Where are we at? Continuing to go up to the north. Because this seems to be all kind of a dead end. I believe. Oh, that probably scattered the remainder of the game up until the next story beat. There appears to be a camp up here. Might even be what that lady was warning me not to approach, but that's never stopped me, has it? Gerwin's fort. Whoa. Non-Nilfgaardians, but that guy's usually representative of a brigand?
In Angren, all decomposes, be it dead or very much alive. Rot blights trees, seeping sores torment beasts, and the whole swamp emits the acrid, stifling stench of decay. So when, in the swamp's distant corner, the Lyrians caught whiffs of smoke and roasted meat, they stopped dead in their tracks. The scouts followed their noses to a clearing framed by a palisade. Through the gaps in the posts, they spotted a small fort.
Any banners upon it? Whose do you see?
Asked the Queen.
There aren't none, your grace. Not one golden sun, not one silver lily.
Meve gave the gate a few solid knocks with her shield. Moments later, a dozen armed men appeared atop the rampart. The one who led them wore a beard.
Who are you? Why are you here?
I'm Meve, Queen of Lyria and Rivia. At war with Nilfgaard, I ventured into these swamps.
Is there a war on? Hey, that's news. Certainly, but little concern to me. The name's Gimpy Gerwin and I rule these lands.
Is that so? As conferred upon you by whom?
By me! Angren's a good bit larger than folk think. And no dukes or emperor's fingers stand to reach its every corner. Thus I just up and took this particular nook. Made it mine. So let's parley, Meve. One ruler to another. At the risk of being blunt, I don't care who wins this war. But I want to be in good standing with whoever does. So, I offer you a fire at which to warm your limbs. Also, a place at my table and beds for you to rest. On condition, you pledge to me one very small thing. To respect the sacred laws of hospitality.
Respect the sacred laws of hospitality. That's supposed to mean that we have to be neutral, right? Unless the rules are changed. Did he make ones up? I'm curious.
So be it. I do solemnly swear before the gods and my ancestors that we shall honor all the laws of hospitality.
Then you're most welcome inside.
The fort was simple, built of logs, covered with thatch. Oh, but inside, it was warm, dry. Hot, steaming dishes were piled upon platters, the tables beneath them bent from their weight. Smiles appeared on her soldiers' drained faces, and Meve's spirits were lifted at last. Gerwin proved a cordial host, and eagerly shared both food and tales. He'd led a mercenary band, and they'd stumbled into Angren, discovered a land unclaimed by any feudal lord. He'd erected the fort, then united the surrounding villages under his very own rule.
The folk here are savage, defiant,
he said, sipping wine.
I keep them on a tight lead for their own good. Elsewise they'd slit your throat first chance they got.
Late that night, Meve went to see if her mare had been dressed. In the stable, she happened on a farmhand. Recognizing the Queen, the man fell to his knees and averted his eyes. Meve noticed a strange object dangling from a rope around his neck. A human hand half rotted to the bone.
What? What is that?
Me wife's hand, your grace,
stammered the peasant.
Lord Gerwin caught her sneaking some grub. Scraps, really. Took her and told me to wear it, so I'd remember what happens when...
Meve left the stable without uttering another word. She went straight to the servants' barracks. In the pale glow of her torch, she looked over the peasants. all terrified, all with fresh, bleeding wounds. The queen felt rage rise inside her.
Of course. Of course. Oaths. All these oaths we take. So I can free them, but it'd likely be a war with him and his people. One issue is just part of me wonders whether there'll be a follow-up choice or anything. Like if I respect the oath and don't interfere, well, am I gonna have a conversation with this guy about this? Is this gonna come up, or is it just gonna end and we leave and that's it? Well, Gerwin's gonna be disappointed because I can't just let this continue. It's not even just one particular choice that was cruel. Because yes, the one example is cruel, but I might have let it continue. I might have moved on without that. Like, oh, well, they broke the rules. They're brutal laws, but they broke them, I suppose. But looks like everyone's suffering in this situation. Everyone that's like all of these peasants. So it's not just a matter of like him ruling a bit tough, like he's actively savaging them.
The queen blew her horn. Lyrian soldiers filled the yard. They hastily donned their armor, strapped on their swords. Unsure of Meve's intentions, Gerwin's men likewise stood at the ready, weapons in hand.
Gerwin!
Roared Meve.
Get out here at once!
The stout mercenary stood at his window, glaring from beneath his furrowed brow.
I don't know what you think you're doing,
He called.
but I kindly remind you of your oath and the laws.
I've seen your laws. You're strict and they're cruel. So your rule will end now. Attack!
Yeah, not a lot of talking happening today. Oh, he's not gonna be happy. Meve cursed her naivete. She should have noticed sooner. The deep neck scar on the servant opening the gates. The gouged eye of the elder who tended the animals. The servant girls who avert their gaze in shame. Oh no, it's getting worse. The queen's sword hissed as she drew it from its sheath. Eliminate Gimpy Gerwin, optional. Shortened battle extra cards, alright. Lord of the Swamps. I was like, oh, what a quirky little character. I wonder how this turns out. Nope. Exactly how it always does. No happy endings in Witcher. I don't know what this is gonna do, but we'll see, I guess. Ooh, double fire. Good start. Everything else is kind of iffy. Boop. No, out. Eh? That's fun. The more I add these guys to my deck, the more I'm just getting less and less to work with everywhere else. You're pretty good, but I'd rather have you stacked with another one of these guys or something. I don't know. As of right now, he's just gonna give that guy one more order. I could draw until I get another one of that guy. Or better, Xavier. Ah. This is a good hand. It's too good. Come on.
I didn't think a queen
Oh,
would so easily
no.
break her word. To arms!
I would argue that your hospitality is a lie. Gimpy Gerwin. Order. Destroy a locked enemy unit or lock an enemy unit. Oh, shit. So every turn he's gonna lock somebody and then destroy them, basically. Keep the vermin on a short leash and don't be afraid to use the whip. Gerwin's archer. Split 4 between all enemies. What? That's just not how this game's language works. Like, that's not how card text... That doesn't match the language that of any commands in this game. What does split 4 mean? I would guess it might mean he does 4 damage. 1 to 4 different units. But like, if you were using consistent language, you would say damage 4 enemy units by 1. Or damage up to 4 enemy units by 1. Split 4 between all enemies is just straight up not... That's like what somebody would say as slang, not what you'd write as on the card. What? You feel sorry for the churls? Gerwin's mercenary. Boost Gerwin's archers by 4 in the hand, deck, and on the battlefield. Then give Gerwin 1 charge. Fuck. Okay. Wow. So this guy being played made every single instance of this card stronger by 4 instead of 1. They're 1s, now they're all 5s. And he might have more of that card, which is crazy. But this is how Gerwin gets 1 charge. So that's how he gets the choice to lock a unit and then follow up by killing a locked unit. So this guy's locked. The Scytheman. So he's gonna be dead next time that guy gets a charge. I mean, I need these riders to go in first, I think.
Yes?
Oh, I should have probably played you first, actually. Hey, one's down.
Don't like this.
There you are. Oh, that's some damage. Wow, they keep getting stronger.
Right thing. We should never turn a blind eye to others' suffering.
Yeah, it's consistent with my behavior up till now, where I prioritize the people over everything else, even my own word. We'll see how that works out in the long term.
I live to serve you.
Oh, right, they don't buff each other. I should have played them on the same row so they can move correctly. Alright, well that was a misplay.
Awaiting your orders.
It's time for me to start the burning.
I smell a leak.
Damn. Non-stop attacking like they're angry or something.
You mad? Don't shake that.
But here comes my systems. This is all going to start making some more sense now. And they're going to be in some trouble. That's a powerful dog.
To arms!
Okay, come on, man. How many of that does he have? Damn. Enjoy that one. Oh.
Sod it. Sod it all.
Disables the card's abilities and removes other statuses. Shit. So if I play this guy, he might actually get disabled, which is a problem for me.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
Army's a waste of time for one like me. Just trying to even out the number of cards on each row a little bit. That was kind of not accurate. It's fine. Oh, well now it's less accurate. They're getting kills.
Don't like this.
That's all I'm getting, huh? Definitely gonna target him. Oh, Odo.
We must trust each other.
Oh, Gascon, you don't help me attack. I'm trying to attack here. Let's see what this guy does. Cool. All right, taking that out of my deck. Why would I want a card that uses Death Wish effects? What Death Wish card is there? Maybe they're gonna give me one, or maybe maybe I would have gotten one if I did the ritual earlier, and that would have been the only one in my entire deck, which is not encouraging. I'm not gonna be able to kill Gerwin. There's not enough actions left. It's too bad I didn't draw any of my Strays of Spala.
It's gonna be a right good levy, big and beautiful.
What? They're enslaving the cards from my deck. Shit. Don't like that. Thankfully, my horn is really good. That fire takes its toll. Yeah, it just shoots 4 different units. Ooh. Dude, stop that. That was a big hit. That's a strong card.
Remove this pile of manure from my sight.
Got him down to 13. Would have probably had more luck if I had better summoning, but it didn't really pan out. I was trying.
Lame as he was, Gerwin had been a mercenary. He fought hard, he fought well, yet still proved no match for Meve. She knocked his axe from his hand, he fell to his knees, then she cleaved his head clear off. It rolled like a gourd and came to rest at the peasant's feet.
You've your freedom back.
Growled Meve as she wiped her sword.
Yet do not take it for granted. Nilfgaard is in Angren. The Blackclads will come here too. As long as the golden sun flies over the marsh, you must hide in the woods.
Meve's force left the fort before dawn. She rode at the fore, lips pursed, jaw clenched. A stain on her honor. She'd broken her word. Apart from all else, it stung on the inside.
Not the first time I've broken my word. Remember Mahakam? I destroyed those people. Did Dimeridium shackles even work on people? I think they're supposed to sap magic power, don't they? They work on some people. I mean, they're still shackles, well, obviously. The fact that he was a fully rendered and voiced character, and not only with his own card, but also like we had a one-on-one talk with him like other characters. It actually makes me wonder whether or not he, like, if he was alive, if he would help you later in the game, despite his claims that he didn't care, or if he might have even become a party member or something. So like that was, I think this choice had some consequences here, because he seems like he was probably going to be coming up again based on his appearance standing out the way it did. But also, fuck him. Gerwin's Code. Listen up, bumpkins. All transgressions shall be punished with the utmost severity. Theft, off with your arm. Insolence, off with your tongue. Laziness or carelessness, 50 lashes. Trying to escape, death. Yeah, they were slaves. They were slaves, and even if they were so much, and if they made even so much as a mistake, they were lashed 50 times. Like, whipping's pretty bad, but 50 is, that's a lot. And if you, insolence is just like saying the wrong thing, basically, and they cut your tongue off. Dimeridium Shackles. Summon 3 bronze units from the opponent's deck and to your side unlock them. Interesting card. The mage's arms were twisted and bound behind his back. The Redanians gave the fetters a good shake. Terra Nova cried out, lurched, bent backwards, bowed forward, then retched and groaned. It was clear of what his manacles were made. Cooler than Runestone, I guess. Click. It's I'll give it a go, I guess. I feel like it's better for a full battle, which we are doing more and more of, because I can rip some cards out of the enemy's deck, not hand, in the first round, and I might be able to get rid of some of his good stuff if I'm lucky. But it's also just a bunch of power potentially on my side all of a sudden, and then I can pass, for example. It's an idea. In a shortened battle, it's just filling up my board, which makes it hard for me to summon as many people as I would like to. So it's kind of a back and forth. I bet they can probably be buffed by the ale too, huh? Yeah, it doesn't say anything about how much power they have. It just says their special abilities and whatnot are disabled. That'd make it really powerful if you could just like get a copy of their card in your deck. In your hand. Look at 5 cards of your deck, play 2, discard the rest. What a risk. It's a good draw power in that you get to have control over what you get. You get a better than average card you get better than average cards, but you have the disappointment of the fact that like you have to kill 3 of your cards basically, which could be really good cards.
We're free. It is the truth. The gods bless you, your majesty. That Gerwin bloke were a monster, my lady. A monster. Worse nor a pack of ghouls. Pack? No, worse nor a swarm. 1 month he kept me in darkness. And I only busted a tankard. I'll not stay here. It is an evil place. Rather go with ye. Even if I'm to fight black lads along the way.
Hey, +1. Although both guys disappeared. Weird. Huh. He kept you in solitary confinement for a month. In the darkness, in prison or whatever. I thought it was supposed to be 50 lashes for carelessness, because he broke a tankard apparently. I would want to go back. I don't remember what she said. Why did Meve say that they have to hide in the woods? Or did this count as hiding in the woods? Because I feel like what they should do is they should hide here. They have a keep. Apparently, nobody bothers this place because none of the kingdoms know it exists or whatever. So, like, they should just take it as their own and keep it just the way it was before, but without, you know, all the torture. If they're capable. I imagine they were doing all the work already, so they can probably make the place run just fine.
Your Majesty? Are you well?
Yes. Yes, but the stench.
Oh, just reacting to smell, okay. I was worried that there was like a secret meter in the background where as I run around in the swamp, I get Meve sick with something potentially dangerous as a result or something. That would suck. Nilfgaard puzzle, okay. Why not? Westburley Bridge. The Blackclads quickly realized they were in no position to control all of Angren. Instead, they focused their energies on strategically important locations. Inns, watchtowers, and bridges. They fought with the Lyrian army on one of them, Westburley Bridge. Who were the victors, you ask? Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Destroy all enemy units and use my leader's ability. Alright, what's the rule this time? Boost an ally by 4 and give it 1 armor. Trigger all loyal's abilities. Oh shit. Damage an enemy and all enemies with the same power by 1. Oh shit. And every time... Oh, loyalty gives you 1 charge. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Loyalty. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's half. That's more than half. Oh no. Only the ones with the same power. They're 10 and 5. 10 and 15, I mean. Damage unit by 4. If it was destroyed, repeat this ability. Yep. Reduce Meve's cooldown to 0. Oh no. We are but pawns in a game played by old men, sent to fight and die on their senile whims. Oh, the cooldown is maintained. How am I gonna win this? Yeah. Then what? Oh, reduce cooldown to 0 can be used in the first turn because I haven't used a card yet. So I can do this again. And I guess that's enough already, huh? Huh. I didn't think it was going to be that easy. I guess this is actually another kind of mindless one. The only puzzle was just to go after, make sure you go after the 15s first. And then if you go after the 15s first, you're good. Because then they'll all even up with each other. I think you have to keep attacking. Huh. Marching orders. So I just gained that card. I don't think I like it that much. It might have been a good early game card. Oh wow, Meve's ability getting used again. But Meve's ability is kind of like a background detail for me these days. Where is it? Yeah, but it works the same. I'm getting a lot of trinkets. Like, every other encounter is another trinket. A cooldown of 0. I assume it only works once. Like, it's not like your tree cooldown is altered long term. It's just you get to use your ability right away. And her abilities just aren't that strong compared to the stuff I can put in trinket slot, which is some good stuff. Hey, waypoints. I'll take them.
Meve rode at the front, her eyes fixed on the ground, and thus spotted the pit masked by leaves and branches. She tugged hard on her reins and steered her mount to the side. Alas, the cavalryman behind her did not follow her lead. Leaves rustled, boughs snapped, and the horseman crashed to the pit's bottom, snapping his neck. Moments later, it was clear who'd set the trap when the forest came alive and a cry rang out.
Nilfgaardian snares. Meve's father used to tell her that a true soldier does not set traps, that pits are the tools of brigands, poachers, and cowards. It seems fathers in Nilfgaard teach no such lesson. Meve spurred on her horse, jumping over the sharpened stakes before her, and headed for the pitfall's architects. Yeah, we shouldn't be very surprised. We've seen what they do. There's my shackles. Get out of here, doggy. Ooh, good draw. That's a pretty good draw. That's a pretty good draw. You're kind of lame these days. You're better if I draw you later or something. Gabor Ziglin. I'll work with this for now.
It's a trap! Rally to me!
Yeah, it is. Usually is a trap. Oh god, what are all these cards? Nilfgaardian ambush. After 3 turns on turn start, trigger an ambush. What does that mean? Oh, I misread it. I was getting prepped for a 3-round fight. This is a shortened battle. Whoops. I was like, can't I just pass and then nothing, all these cards just go away? Oh no, every time I use an order, these guys get stronger. Wow, they're weaker than I remember. Die. Alright, don't have to worry about that. Huh. Those were the things that caused me to lose sometimes because I use so many orders, and my number of orders has only increased. Damage the highest power unit by 5 if its power is an even number. Huh. And this is a trinket. Shh, they'll hear us. I don't know what the ambush is, so that's spooky. I'm gonna play Ale. No, don't hurt my doggy. Oh. Oh wait, that's an odd number, so I'm good.
Wise choice.
Hello. Just gonna rip some cards out of your deck, don't mind me. You're welcome to try attacking them. It's not amazing, is it? It kind of made my riders suck. All right, here comes the ambush soon. Not in a hurry to play more cards. Oh right, that counts as an order. Or more specifically, he already played another one of those, which I didn't really notice actually.
I live to serve you.
I unfortunately have no idea what the ambush is going to be, you know, which is the point. Whoa! Yep, I should have played Gabor. I was planning on playing Gabor to attack instead, and I hesitated and then chose otherwise, but I should have stuck with it. Because if I stuck with it, I could have just done a bunch of damage, mainly taking out that guy. Because I had a feeling like, what if everything just dies? And boy, did everything die! It really did just kill everyone. That's exceedingly powerful. I'm happy I mostly avoided playing stuff on purpose as a result. Disgraced Brawler. Damage self by 2 and 2 enemies by 3. Death Wish. Strengthen other Skellige allies. It's a Skellige card. Am I gonna see Skellige in the next map or something? Like, when's Skellige gonna come in now is what I'm wondering, because these are all... This counts as Skellige. Death Wish to strengthen other Skellige allies in hand, deck, and on the battlefield by 2. Well, nobody is Skellige, really. Damage self by 2 and 2 enemies by 3. Skellige's no home to murderers and rogues. Their crimes must be repaid in blood. Oh, it's an order. I should read the other ones too. Force an enemy to damage Disgraced Warrior by its power, then damage that enemy by Disgraced Warrior's power. A duel. Oh, when other characters die, this guy will get stronger, so his duel will become stronger. A coward dies 100 times in a lifetime, a man with courage but once. Arnjolf the Patricide. What are these? Where these characters come from? Like, what's happening? Damage an enemy by the total number of enemy units. Cooldown 1. Ooh. We're after killing Nilfgaardians, Lyrians, it's all the same to us. Strife and blood and guts to wash away our shame. Damage an enemy by 4. My issue here is that, will this guy just kill Disgraced Warrior, then the second part doesn't happen? Because he'll have 0 power? Or does he still take 8 damage? Let's find out. Nope, I just die. Cool. Alright. Yeah, he's just getting stronger. This is really pointless. I don't know what I was supposed to do with them. They kind of seem like they suck.
Without hesitation.
Where'd they come from? Might as well see if I can get this guy to at least become strong, and then I can go in. And if these guys die, then he'll become even more strong, more powerful, more strong, stronger. Yeah. This is thankfully a deploy ability, so at least amount to something. Does he get a +2 before or after? I think it's after, right? Ah, shit. But he's gonna attack me for how much power he has. I don't like dual characters. Or I don't know. What am I supposed to do with a character that gets attacked first? You can attack weak units, I guess? Because it has to be something that he can survive, and then you'd hopefully be picking somebody you want him to kill, too. He's a weird one. But I do want this guy to stop attacking. That's something, I guess. I don't know. It's a weird experience having so many surprise cards show up in a fight. Trying to come up with a strategy for them while also managing my deck. That guy totally just murdered the cards from his deck. Because I just summoned them all and then he did his ambush. I'm not sure how much mileage I'll get out of Demetrium Shackles. It's a fun gimmick card, but I don't know if I'll get much mileage out of it. There goes both my riders, so there goes my buff plan. That's a problem. It's hopefully a net gain. I think so.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
Waste of time for one like me. I mean, for now, I'm still technically winning. Although the more orders I use, the more trouble I'll get in. Like if I use Xavier to give him 2 more summons, and then he uses said summons, then that process makes these guys get stronger 4 times each, which is 8 times, which is 16 times, 16 power. So you just gotta hope that whatever I'm summoning is worth that. Another one? God damn, they do damage to me. Take him while you got him. I should have killed the other one, actually. Oh, I have to use you. Alright, attack. And attack. Those guys are gonna get so much stronger. Just gotta hope that whatever I draw is good.
Pointy end upwards, right?
This is gonna not pan out the best, is it? They just keep getting boosted. No, not another copy of the same guy. Just gotta hope the sheer number of units pans out. Alright. Yeah, they're pretty strong. Was that even a net gain, honestly? I mean, I'm winning by 30. It probably was a pretty significant bonus, despite everything. Unfortunately, the fire's not going to make them any weaker because the fire can't get past their armor. And it won't in the remaining turns. Which means that this bomb's going to suck, because they're not damaged. And he'll be dead anyway, so it won't matter. Gives all allies immune? Oh no. Now I can't target them anyway. Not that I want to. Oh, they're being attacked anyway. Yep. Alright, I'm only allowed to target that guy, but joke's on you, that's the only one I would target, because everyone else is undamageable, basically.
Her Majesty is exceptional.
Do I want to keep summoning things? Right now I can only fit one thing. Oh wait, they killed my summoner. It doesn't matter. Who has order? These are all deploy effects. That's technically an order. But they're going to keep getting stronger. By 2-2. And you can't outpace that by doing 3 damage. And the death wish will trigger if they get attacked. Which is what I should probably hope for. Yeah, no one else is even in order. Oh well. I should avoid using any more. I don't even have a summoner. This may be a loss. These guys are very dangerous. And he keeps playing more of them. But this is a pretty good bonus. And it's not an order. I wish I had never used a single Skellige order, because they suck. It's taking bomb the other guys. They take damage still. Alright, can you place 60? I'm guessing not, so I probably won. He has 3 cards left, though. Shit. What if he plays the one that has like 80 power, then I just lose? Okay, dude, you're thinking a lot. I can't even play anymore. You can do it, I believe in you.
Yes.
No, that looks like a win for me. Wait, you still have 3 cards in your hand? Oh, he lost. Oh, he lost all of those. Oh, the ones that... The remainder of his hand were more copies of that card. That went very poorly for him.
Caught between Lyrian hammer and Skellige stone, Nilfgaard was shattered, destroyed. The victors now stood eyeing each other. These islanders were not like those Meve had met before. They wore no armor and carried no shields. At their fore stood a man as stout as an ox and bold as an ancient ghoul. His men called him Arnulf, the Patricide.
I thank you for your aid, Arnulf,
said Meve, extending a hand.
Aid, she says. Aid? Do you hear that, mates?
The Skelliges exchanged glances, then erupted in roaring laughter.
Not here to help yous, not at all. We're after killing.
Join me and you shall have your fill.
Join nuisance? Just who the hell are you?
Meve, Queen of Rivia and Lyria.
Meve?
Arnulf said, his tone sobering.
I know the name. Lippy Goodman called ye bold, praised your courage to the high heaven. So be it. We'll follow you into fire, wench. Just let us taste of blood. Grant us a death worthy of heroes.
Meve couldn't help but smile, then nodded to accept. The Lyrians stepped aside as tattooed warriors joined their ranks.
Arnulf the Patricide. Is this me getting a reward out of nowhere for a decision I made in the first map as far as Skelligans go? Because holy crap, that came out of nowhere. Whoa, dagger 2 blades. What's your deal? Disgrace brawler. I don't like those characters, I don't think. I think that's more reward than I got for the entire Mahakam campaign. The scroll bar is getting real small, huh? Damage an enemy by the total number of enemy units. It's not the worst, I guess. Whoa, cooldown 1. Wait, hang on, that's great. Gimme. Get in that deck. I thought it was a deploy ability. Or even an order, I don't expect it to have a cooldown of 1. None of my characters ever have repeating abilities. I'm constantly stuck with characters that can only use one ability once, basically. Dagger 2 blades. Play all... Whoa. Interesting power you got there. Shields are for flower picking saps. Play all Skellige units from your graveyard. That's interesting. Huh. My main issue is I don't like the Skellige units very much. The place where it comes to mind as being potentially powerful is the fact that the, Oops, didn't mean to do that, sorry. What I find interesting is the idea of using this in a 3-round battle. Like, win round 1 using Skellige soldiers, then in round 2 spend dagger 2 blades and then pass. And he summons all of the Skellige soldiers again, and the enemy has to try to fight them all. And meanwhile, you're drawing extra cards, and they're spending extra cards to defeat you. And then round 3, you just clean up with your, like, 10-card hand that they don't have. Or something like that. It's a fun idea. But I don't really like the Skellige cards that much, so I don't know if I'll use him. The Death Wish is interesting, but be better in service of a bunch of other cool cards. Damage self by 2 and 2 enemies by 3. It doesn't have a cooldown, so he only gets to do it once, unfortunately. Like, why would I use this guy when I could use the Slinger that damages 3 units by 4 instead of 2 units by 3? It's a huge difference. It's twice as powerful. And this one's hurting himself while also not having good stats in the first place. Like, the primary upside of him is just... I guess the primary upside is just the ability to summon them all, or this thing where they strengthen each other. Like, that's a real weird deck build if you're building it around the idea of just these weird suicide units that keep dying constantly. Arnulf's great, though. That's clearly a good idea, and being able to attack every turn's fantastic until I fight that damn Nilfgaard soldier that gets stronger every time I do it.